Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the relations of cecum. Okay, this is the second part of the cecum. We already learned about the introduction, shape and types of cecum and dimensions. Okay, in this video we are going to learn about the relations of cecum. Okay, visceral relations as well as peritoneal relations along with the diagrams. Okay, first, relations, visceral relations anterior to the cecum. First, coils of the small intestine, greater omentum, anterior abdominal wall in the right iliac region. Okay, these are the three present anterior to the cecum. Remember guys, coils of the small intestine coils. Okay, greater omentum is present just in front of it. Okay, anterior abdominal wall, you may easily remember this. Okay, just easy things these are. Get guys, coils of small intestine, greater omentum, anterior abdominal wall in the right iliac region. Okay, right iliac region, anterior abdominal wall. Okay, these three are present in anterior. Next, posterior. What are the things that present posterior to the cecum? Okay, what are the relations? Right psoas major and iliacus muscles. Okay, right psoas major and iliacus muscles. These two muscles guys, psoas major and iliacus. Right, remember, right. Okay, right only, because you may remember that it is in relation with the vermiform appendix. It is in right side, you know that, so it is also in right side. Okay, right psoas major and iliacus muscles. Okay, this is the psoas major and this is the iliacus. These two are the muscles. Okay, and next is femoral nerve. Okay guys, this is the femoral nerve. Next is lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh and genitofemoral nerve of the right side. Lateral cutaneous, this is the lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh, that coming back of the psoas major. This is the psoas major coming back of it. Okay, lateral cutaneous nerve of the genitofemoral nerve. Next is right gonadal vessels. This one you see clearly here. This is the right gonadal vessels. And next one is right external iliac artery. It may be present sometimes only, but we may check here it may present or not. External iliac artery. Okay, you may see here, this is the external iliac artery. And retrocecal recess often contains the vermiform appendix. Retrocecal recess. Okay, this is not shown here guys. Okay, once again we remember the relations that present posteriorly to the cecum. Okay, first, what the muscles we remember? Psoas major and iliacus. These two are present posterior. These two are the muscles present posterior to the cecum. Next is genitofemoral nerve. Okay, this come in front of the psoas major muscle. This is the genitofemoral nerve. Next nerve is lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. This is the lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. And next, In between psoas major and iliacus, this is the psoas major, this is the iliacus muscle, a nerve is coming. This is the nerve that coming. This nerve is the femoral nerve. Okay. And next one is right gonadal vessels. The right gonadal vessels are coming from the psoas major muscle by piercing it. Okay. You may see clearly here right gonadal vessels. And next one is external iliac artery. This is the external iliac artery. It's dividing at the range of L4 vertebrae level. Okay. These are the relations present posterior to cecum. Okay. This external iliac artery may be present sometimes. Okay. And this one vermiform appendix also may be present. Okay. Retrocecal recess often contains the vermiform appendix. Okay. Remember all the visceral relations, guys. In anterior, coils of small intestine, greater omentum, anterior abdominal wall. These three are present in anterior. And next coming to the posterior. I just now told you. Come in order, guys. Muscles, what are the muscles? Psoas major and iliacus. These two are the muscles. What is the nerve that comes between these? It is femoral nerve. Okay. And other two nerves are lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh and genitofemoral nerve of right side. And what are the vessels? Right gonadal vessels and right external iliac artery, from where it comes at the level of L4 vertebrae. Okay. And it may be present in sometimes. It's not important to remember. And often it contains the vermiform appendix, that is retrocecal recess. Next relations about, from now we read about the visceral relations. Now we are going to read about peritoneal relations. In about 90% individuals, cecum is almost completely surrounded by the peritoneum and has wide retrocecal recess. Okay. One which may be ascend up posterior to the lower part of the ascending colon and then called retrocolic recess. Once again for you guys, in about 90% individuals, cecum is almost completely surrounded by retroperitoneum. It is peritoneum and has wide retrocecal recess. What it has? Retrocecal recess which may ascend up posterior to the lower part of the ascending colon and then called retrocolic recess. Surrounded by peritoneum and have wide retrocecal recess which may ascend up posterior to the lower part of the ascending colon and then called retrocolic recess. The vermiform appendix frequently lies in the retrocecal recess. Where? Vermiform appendix frequently lies in the retrocecal recess. In 10% of individuals, upper part of its posterior surface is non-peritoneal and lies directly on fascium iliaca. Okay. The other recesses in the ileocecal region are superior ileocecal recess underneath the superior ileocecal fold and inferior ileocecal recess underneath the inferior ileocecal fold. Okay. Okay, note this point, guys. Cecum may have mesentery. It is mobile in 20% of subjects, more often in females than in males. Okay. The peritoneal folds in relation to the cecum and the terminal part of the ileum are described as follows. Superior iliac fold. Superior ileocecal fold. It lies between the ileum and the ascending colon. It is a fold of peritoneum from the posterior abdominal wall raised by anterior cecal artery. Therefore, it is also called vascular fold of cecum. It guards the superior ileocecal recess and opens downward and to the left. Okay. Once again for you, we are talking about the superior ileocecal fold. It lies between the ileum and colon. If I show a diagram, it may be easy to you. This is the superior ileocecal fold, that means vascular fold of cecum. This one, okay. Superior ileocecal fold. Superior ileocecal fold. It lies between the ileum and ascending colon. It lies between the ileum, okay, and ascending colon. It is a fold of peritoneum from the posterior abdominal wall raised by anterior cecal artery. Therefore, it is called vascular fold of cecum. It guards the superior ileocecal recess and opens downward and to the left. It guards the superior ileocecal. It guards the superior ileocecal recess and opens downward and to the left. It not all are not given here. Superior ileocecal recess, okay. This superior ileocecal fold guards the superior ileocecal recess, okay, and opens downward and to the left. You may clearly observe here. It comes downwards and open in the left side. Next, inferior ileocecal fold. It extends from antero-inferior aspect of terminal part of ileum to the cecum or appendix. It extends from antero-inferior aspect of terminal part of ileum to the cecum or appendix. That means ileum to cecum, okay. It does not contains any blood vessels, hence also called bloodless folds of Treves. It does not contain any blood vessels, hence also called bloodless fold of Treves. It lies in front of the ileocecal recess which looks downward and to the left. It does not contain any blood vessels, hence also called bloodless fold of Treves, okay. Inferior ileocecal fold. It extends from the anterior inferior aspect of terminal part of ileum to the cecum or appendix, okay. It does not contain any blood vessels, hence called bloodless fold of Treves. It lies in front of the ileocecal recess which looks downward and to the left, okay. This is the ileocecal recess. This one inferior ileocecal fold. It does not contain any blood vessels, so it called bloodless fold of Treves, okay. And it lies in front of the ileocecal recess which look downward and to the left. Next, cecal fold. It lies on the posterior surface and forms the right boundary of the posterior iliocecal recess. Cecal folds. It lies on the posterior surface. Cecal fold where it present posterior surface and forms the right boundary of the posterior iliocecal recess. This one, okay, this is the posterior cecal fold. This present in the posterior and forms the right boundary of the posterior iliocecal recess. Right boundary to the posterior iliocecal recess. It forms the right boundary of the iliocecal recess. Okay. Once again we see the diagram parts, guys. I just told you, that's it. This is the red color one. This is anterior cecal artery, and just below this superior iliocecal fold. It is also called vascular fold of cecum. It covers the superior iliocecal recess. Okay, the fold that covers recess. Remember that, guys. Fold covers recess. Here superior iliocecal fold covers superior iliocecal recess. Inferior iliocecal recess, it covered by inferior iliocecal fold. Okay, and inferior iliocecal fold also called bloodless fold of Treves because it does not contain any blood vessels. Okay, this is vermiform appendix. See, guys, this one is the normal type. You may observe here, right one is somewhat larger than the left, and this vermiform appendix is present 2 centimeters below the iliocecal junction. Guys, you may observe the two diagrams, that this one and normal type, this one, both are same. They given the normal one, same diagram, but you have to write the some other parts. You may write it easy, guys, like as it is you may draw that, and one line here, one line here, one line here, and join some, and this one is the anterior iliac artery, this one is the, and this one is the iliacecum. The red one is the artery, and it is in anterior side, so anterior cecal artery, and this one is the posterior cecal fold, and just below it superior iliac recess, and this is the terminal part of ilium. What is this? Iliocecal junction. This is ilium, this is the cecum, so this one is the iliocecal junction. Just 2 centimeters below it vermiform appendix is present. We already learned somewhere. This is the mesentery of appendix. Okay, just go through diagram, it is easy for you. Okay, in posterior, this is the posterior cecal fold. It forms the right boundary to the iliocecal recess. Okay, it forms the right border to the iliocecal recess. Which one? Posterior cecal fold. And this is the retrocecal recess. This is the terminal part of the ilium, that is the same part, terminal part of the ilium. This is the cecum. This one is the tinea. We are not getting about this. And this is the vermiform appendix. In next video we are going to learn about the interior of the cecum. Okay, if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.